What's up YouTube? It's your boy King of Thrift back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about is when you should hire a lister. So stay tuned.
It's King of Thrift, baby.
When is the time to hire a lister? Well, I would say that you need to hire a lister whenever you have enough to keep your lister busy, basically. And you know, a good rule of thumb I would say is about 50 to 100 items a day would probably do it. You know, if you're hiring a lister part-time, if you can keep your lister supplied with 25 listings a day, you know, that's 25 listings a day. It's like 125 at 5 days a week. So if you can supply your lister with 125 fresh new items a week, then go ahead and hire a lister. This will basically increase your productivity. As far as your lister can get 125 on a week, and then however many you can get on a week, which is probably around maybe around the same amount, or maybe you can get more. Now, what I would do, now I actually had a few listers working for me, at one time, back when I had offices. I do have a full-time dedicated shipper, but that's it. I do everything else myself. I've had a lot of people asking me, when should I hire a lister, or should I even hire a lister, should I even think about it? And like I said, as long as you can keep your lister supplied, then go ahead. But that's just going to require on your part, to basically have your sourcing down. In other words, you need to be able to get something on a regular, at regular intervals, weekly, even if it's monthly or, one day a week or every day, But as long as you can keep your lister busy, that's fine. Go ahead and hire a lister. Now, what I would do, the way I used to do it, is place an ad on Craigslist, and basically what you're hiring for is basic data entry. That's the position. I wouldn't post an ad saying I'm hiring an eBay lister. It's going to broaden your options, I should say. In other words, you're going to get more responses if you just list it as basic data entry. And what'll happen is people will send you their resumes, and trust me, you will get no shortage of resumes. You can look over the resumes and basically rule out probably at least 85 to 90% right off the bat. Now, once you've collected enough resumes, or at least you have a few good prospects, that you've looked through the resumes, and you're thinking that that you have good prospects, then what I did is I would schedule all of my interviews for the same day. And I would stagger them basically 30 minutes apart, and I would schedule 8 or so interviews in a day. After a couple of days of this, you will definitely find someone who you think is going to click, who you think someone is going to it's going to work in your business. Another thing to consider is this person is going to be probably in your home, I'm guessing. Unless you have, somewhere else, that you're doing your listings, somewhere else that you're set up, that you're running your business out of. A lot of people are running out of warehouses. That's what I was doing. I had warehouse and office space. So it was easy, to have listers and shippers. They were in their own space. I was in my office. They were in theirs. And I didn't have to worry about anyone coming to my house. But for you guys, I'm guessing, you're going to have someone come into your home. So it's going to be a little different. You're going to be a little more particular. In other words, make sure you're asking the right questions. Make sure you're asking enough questions. Basically, until you're going to feel comfortable. You want to feel comfortable with this person if they're coming into your home. So just keep that in mind. And what I would definitely invest in is a background check on whoever it is. So that way, make sure that they don't have any sort of criminal record. They don't have, even if they have a criminal record, you want to make sure that they don't have any sort of domestic violence, or any type of violent crimes in their past. Thievery especially is going to be a red flag. So it will cost you, I think it's about 25, maybe $50 for a background check on someone. But I think, peace of mind is definitely worth that investment. So it's something else that you'd want to do. Whenever you feel comfortable enough, you can actually send the items home with your lister. And, once you trust them to that point. So that's another option. That way they can just take the items to their house, list them, and then bring them back the following day, or maybe even at the end of the week. You could give them a week's worth at one time. When you do finally find someone, who you feel comfortable with, and they come into your home, as far as training, it's just going to be a process, with you basically showing them, how to list, how to take pictures, how to do basic titles, categories, all that type of stuff. So allow yourself at least about 3 days to get someone, pretty well trained. And just remember that they're going to be slow in the beginning, but as time goes on, speed will come with time. So don't worry if you're not getting your money's worth, maybe in that first week, or maybe even in the first 2 weeks. Speed will come with time. Now, as far as the logistics of them actually listing, how and where and what they're going to be listing on, and all those type of things, I would just make sure that they have a good cell phone. download the eBay app to their phone, and whenever they come over, to your home and they start doing listings, have them give you their phone, and you can basically log into your eBay account. That way they're free to, work and do listings, and then before they leave, make sure that you go in and you log out of there, so when they're not still logged into your account whenever they leave. And that should pretty well take care of anything as far as them worried about your account or anything like that. When it comes to paying your lister, how much and, how exactly you should pay them, do it like this. I mean, the best thing to do is make sure that you hire them as an independent contractor. And what I would do is just pay them, per listing. You could pay them $2, $2.50, $3, just depending. Depends really on your merchandise and how long it takes to list, how involved it is. But $2 to $3 per item is a pretty good price. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any more questions about hiring a lister, just drop it down in the comments section of this video. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you want to learn how to work from home and be your own boss. Until our next video, you guys be good.
Hit the toll road, I'm looking for that gold, popping tags. Now it's time to take it home. Let's get it sold. I'm in the thrift game. No, I ain't about that fame. The record shops for 20 years in the game, man.